Hello and welcome to One Club Champ. This is Aylesbury United. We are the Ducks and we are in January of the year 2030. We're in our second season of the Premier League and here is our kind of mid-season update. We've got some really cool, interesting features that we have added to our save. Let's quickly start by what you'll see today. So we are going to see a game between Aylesbury United and Chelsea. We will be playing at home, which is not really our stadium. We're playing at Wycombe Wanderers, still ground sharing, with a capacity of 13,000, which we sell out every time. Now, if you're looking at this league table right here, oh my word, look at where the Ducks are. We are sat in 6th position after 23 games. We have managed 10 wins so far. Wins against Tottenham, West Ham, Norwich, Villa, Bournemouth, Everton, Wolves, Stoke, Newcastle and Watford. We have been hammered by Man City. We've obviously lost to Chelsea and Tottenham and Arsenal and Manchester United and a couple of other disappointing losses in there. But you can see there's a clear kind of trend showing that we are beating the teams that are below us, but we cannot touch most of the teams that are above us. So in this save, we are at home to Chelsea with the hope that we can continue our good form, which is the last 5 games, 4 wins and 1 draw, and that draw coming away to Wolves, who are in the relegation zone. So let's have a little update. The first thing you're going to notice about our squad is we went and added in a brand new face pack to our players. Well, the first thing actually you'll see here is we've got a brand new skin. The skin that we are using is from TCS, downloaded from one of the Champ websites, and it's beautiful, especially on a big screen. You can see all of these extra stats and bits of information. Downloaded a different squad view, so coming into custom, and then I've imported a view, and this one was of the FM squad, and there's another one, FM Scout squad view. And this details out some of the stats. But if you're not using customized views, I highly recommend that you get some. It just makes the experience a little better. So the other thing that you're going to notice, if we click on to Serafin Malero, have a look at this pretty guy. The thing that I love about the Champ Manager game as a whole is that it's never ending. With FIFA and things like that, on a career save, it's like 10 years and then it's done. In this type of game, you can play for as long as possible, and it just continues to regenerate and regenerate. So here's our regen. I'm not going to use the word new gen, although politically correct, it's meant to be new gen. Here's a regen, and the regen faces, if we just went to if we went to a player that we had bought or sold before, if we just go to Abubakar Sako, let's go back, go to Abubakar Sako, have a look. If you see here, that Abubakar Sako is a player without a face, and that is because he was at Inter Milan when we signed him, and because of kind of licensing, you can't have his face. Now, we're not talking about that. We're talking about players like this, where clearly it's a regen and you get this face. And, well, after a while, these faces kind of got a bit boring and they all kind of look the same. So, the amazing graphics work from Chilled Moose. You can find Chilled Moose on Twitter and on Patreon. Basically, we subscribed into the silver package. I think it was like $5 for a month, and we got an amazing set of faces and images. So I went and manually added each face to the player, and I kind of looked at kind of what their regen pitch was. But I'm going to go through each of them. So this is Serafin Malero. Here's Jan Moravec, who is on loan at Real Madrid. Kane Posher, our 23-year-old Irish player. Here he is Lucas Potler. Look at that tash. That is clearly Lucas Potler there at 6'5". He is a beanpole, but what a great face picture for that player. Here's Darko Stamankovic. Now, Darko Stamankovic, if you have a look at these stats here, has 4 FA Cup goals in 2 games. He just scored a hat-trick in the 4th round of the FA Cup. He is showing good potential. Look at his 4.5 stars. All of his stats are up. He is doing just nicely in our under-23s. All right, moving on. Paul Stewart. Now, we signed him from the 2nd division in France, and he's doing excellent. He's already at 12.5 million. He's got a 5-star potential, and he's a Scottish international. Valdir, he's a loanee from Brazil, from Flamengo. He's doing just fine coming off the bench for us. Fawaz El Hafi, he's valued at 11 million. He's in and out of the team, as you can see. He's only had 2 starts, 13 appearances. Jarrell Alabasta, the loanee from Benfica, who hadn't been given a single chance at any of the clubs beforehand. I believe he was at Brighton. And so we're only paying £875 a week. Capped at under 20 level for England, now valued at 7.25. 5 assists, 3 goals, 20 starts. Jarrell is an excellent left midfielder. We'd like to add him to the Ducks. Alexander Anderson, who's a powerful centre-back on loan from Juventus. I'm just loving these faces. It just adds, for me, just a even better experience playing the game. Here's Miguel Arcos. Victor Bagnac. This just looks like Victor. 19-year-old Cameroonian who's got an international cap. Again, he's got 3.5 star potential at 6'2". He's doing well in our reserves under 23s. Here is Bujar Bika. He's on loan to Kaiserslautern. Ross Black, who has made 88 appearances across 4 loan seasons from Everton, hasn't really had a peep this season at all because of the number of quality centre-backs that we brought in. Here's Carles, who's on loan from Barcelona, a Spanish under-19. Ezequiel Carrizo. When I found this face, this was him. This was Ezequiel, a 22-year-old Argentinian. Is valued at 9.5. When you do the select, quick select, the kind of the AI always picks him as a left back. But you'll see with Gerson why I go with Gerson. Here he is. Here's the lad, Marcelo Diaz Funchal. He's a wonder kid. He's 19 years old. He is now valued at 36 million. He just won a bunch of awards. Let's see if we can find career milestones. Maybe no. Any awards? No, can't find it. Either way, he was awarded. Maybe it's in here. No. Milestones. Here we go. He just won Best Europe-based Player, European Golden Boy, and Under 21 Footballer of the Year in his career. As you can see, these stats: dribbling 18, finishing 17, first touch 17, technique 17, pace, stamina, acceleration. He has got 5-star potential. He's the top goal scorer in the Premier League, 14 goals in 23 games. He's got an average rating of 7.4. He's 6'6", and again, this face just is Diaz Funchal. Thomas Espina, who's the lad we bought from Watford, ball-playing centre-back. And here's Gerson, our 26-year-old Brazilian left-back, who has crossing and dribbling of 16 and 17, respectfully. Technique of 15. He is a cultured fullback. Bit different than Carrizo. Carrizo's a no-nonsense fullback. And here is Vlad Alexandru Edita Sikan, a wonder kid. centre-back who we got for 4 million, and he looks a snip at that price. He's now valued at 11. He's going to be injured for the next game, but if you look at this progress, he is really coming up. By the end of the season, he should be at least 4 stars. And here's Juan Carlos, our 23-year-old Spanish deep line playmaker. Peter Kovacic, again a wonder kid who we signed, wasn't a wonder kid and has become one. He's now 14 million after we signed him for just 950k. He's playing out on the right side of midfield, although he has a basically a preferred position of an AMC. And here is Mfongoa Maluleki, centre midfielder who we plucked out from Orlando Pirates. He's at 92 caps for the Ducks at this point. He's having a fair season at 6.95. He's played 18 appearances, got 1 goal, 3 assists. This is Maluleki. And Luke May, who has just lived on loan at the Ducks, if we come up from the Sky Bet League 1 to the Premier League. As you can see, he hasn't ever been given a chance at Watford, and we've basically developed this kid. He's now worth 22.5 million, and he's having a very good season. 6 goals in 18 appearances, average rating of 7.23. And here's Loic Mbayo, who we signed from Paris Saint-Germain in their second team. He's now worth 15 million. He's having a good season. Could have a few more assists as an attacking right back. He's only got 3 so far. But this is Loic Mbayo. And then back to Serafin Malera. So that's our team. That's our squad. Shout out to Chilled Moose for all of the face packs. I'm amazed at the quality. And I'm already looking forward to next month's pack. So I can add a few more of the faces. So here's going to be our team. It is 4-4-2. DS Funchal and Potler up front. You might be actually asking quickly, let's go to transfer history. Where are some of the players? Because I have offloaded a few. We said goodbye to Japhet Tanganga. He broke his leg and was never really going to get back in. And we sold him to Oxford before his contract runs out. And so we got ourselves $250,000. Goodbye to Christian Hillstrom. Sorry, mate. We didn't want to pay an extra $5 million for you to get your 40th appearance. So we sold him for a fee rising up to 16.5. Here's Christian Hillstrom. We sold Carlos Rodriguez to Beijing for 19 million. Goodbye to Carlos Rodriguez. He was our first big signing at 7 million. So we made a nice profit on that. And we also sold Luke Matheson for 3 million. We sold him to Burnley. Again, his contract was running down. He isn't going to be that good for us moving forward. So we've sold basically nearly 43 million pounds worth of talent over the course of this January transfer window. So here we go. I love this skin, by the way. This skin from TCS is excellent. Here's this Chelsea team. Laycock up front, who has 14 goals, the same as DS Funchal. They've got Kai Havertz, who's the attacking centre midfielder. Tonali, who's the deep line playmaker. Sergi Gomez. Chiesa, and Esposito. And then they've just got, still Kepa in there. And here's our 4-4-2. Love these pictures that go in there. Go to the dressing room. Let's get ready to go and take on Chelsea, who are in 4th place, and we are incredibly in 6th. If we can get a win here today, that would be tidy. Now, we have been on form. As I said, 4 wins and a draw in the last 5 games. We'll take a quick look in a second. Alabaster. Don't send him off. Oh my word. 6 minutes in and we are down to 10 men. Just what you need. So We're going to have to take off Potler and we'll bring on Al-Harfi. Let's put Al-Harfi over on the side and Durs Funchal in there. And let's go. 10 men. Oh, such a shame. We've been in form. And João Alabasta with a rash red card in the 7th minute of the game. We've now got to play 83 minutes with 10 men. But we're going to stay attacking. We're not going to let it change us too much. We might get spanked here. But let's try and have some kind of reason to play. We don't want to drop off and defend. Go on, DS Funchal. Chase after that ball. And of course, Chelsea are going to have a bit more space to knock this ball around. There goes Esposito with a surging run into the box and he hits the crossbar. Carrizo picks up the rebound and away we go. I encourage you all to go and check out Chilled Moose and her face packs. If you're in a long-term save, like something like this where you're taking a club from the bottom to the top, or even if you're not, to be honest, just adding that extra level of quality with the face pack is great. Comes with all different instructions about how to do it. Esposito heading over from the far post there, and they're just better than the ones that Champ generate in the game. 30 minutes in, 10 men against Chelsea. We're still holding up against a team that is blessed with some... I mean, every player on their bench would start for us. If you're looking at that table as well, Arsenal in 7th place, Watford in 8th, West Brom in 9th. Above us is Liverpool. Shot past the near post there by Esposito, and you can start to see their shot count is adding up. 3 on target and 3 off. No clear-cut chances and only a half chance. Possessions at 65 to 35% in favour of Chelsea here. And it looks like we're about to make it to half-time with a 0-0 draw. There we go. I ain't going to really change anything. Probably Chelsea will come out and be more attacking here. And I love these little heat maps down here. As you can see, Chelsea favouring the right-hand side. And for us, we are a little more compact in there. Let's get back out for the second half. 13,000, absolutely packed capacity. Chelsea bring in 1,300 away from home. Kovacic with the ball, loses it out to Cucurella. Kai Havertz, back to Gomez. Tonali, Gomez. Still with the ball in the centre of the field, and it's into Chiesa. Tonali, switches it out to Reece James. And that's in. That's a great finish from Sebastian Esposito. 5 minutes into the second half. And we find ourselves 1-0 down. Great ball by Tonali to unpick the back line of Aylesbury. Reece James drives the ball in, and that ball just creeps over the line, and it's 1-0 to Chelsea. We're going to stay a little more attacking, stay pressing. We don't want to sit back and defend. There's no point. Do I give him a shout of demand more with 10 men? Yes, I think so. Demand more. Uh-oh. He's got to be offside. Yes, he is. Linesman hasn't moved. He's still stood there. Well, we had a bit of a body language change after the design or demand more. A few people focused, motivated. El Harfi gets booked, and we might tell him to ease off on the tackles. We're going to play a few more longer balls forward into DS Funchal, see if we can get him in. Such a shame that the highlight game that we picked for our update, we have a sending off after 7 minutes, but that is it. We do not quit on our save. We don't, just because it's an unfavourable situation. Here we go. Cucurella down the left. Into Sergio Gomez. Tonali again switches it out. Woo! Oh, we got our highlight. Oh dear. I don't think Carrizo wanted that clipped in. Yeah, oh, it's a good tackle by Anderson there. Maluleki with it. Ball. No, I thought he was going to go over the top. Kai Havertz. Just one of the best players in the game. Sublime movement there by Chelsea. Alright, let's pause. We are going to play at a higher tempo. We're going to be more expressive. Let's play for some set pieces. And yeah, we're going to, in transition, all of that, distribute quickly. And we are going to just go with that. We might need to make a little sub. Yeah, let's do this. Let's take off DS Funchal. Give the lad who scored a hat-trick in the previous game 5 minutes at the end. And who's playing badly? Well, Kovacic hasn't done much. You know what? Let's play Gerson in there and just give him an attacking fullback role. Complete wing back and let him bomb on. Shouts. Demand more. Last 2 minutes. Can we get one more highlight? Well, considering we played 83 minutes with 10 men, a 1-0 loss to Chelsea is no shame there. Changes to the league table. Well, we still are in 6th position. Chelsea move up to 3rd on 52 points. We are 2 points ahead of Arsenal and a whopping 9 points behind Liverpool in 5th place. To be honest, we were recommended, or it was in the media, we were predicted to finish bottom of the table, which is where Everton sit right now on 2 wins. So if we can finish anywhere around mid-table, that would be great. We are punching way above our weight. As you can see, we've scored 48 goals, which is only 2 less than the top scoring team in the league of Tottenham. And our goal difference, though, is only 4, which means we've let in many goals. Alright, thanks for the update, everybody. Cheers for the skin from TCS, and amazing work from Chilled Moose on the face packs. Love that stuff, and excited to add more to the players. Alright, here we go. 1-0 loss to Chelsea, but we move on to the back end of the season. Come on, the Ducks.